Catastrophic Adventures. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining in. And I apologize for any of the noise because I am wearing my usual Scorpion helmet and this thing is loud as hell. I wish I'd have done a little more research on this helmet because the noise level in it, the volume inside, is very overwhelming for my one ear. I can only imagine how it feels to those who can hear out of both sides and can hear out of both sides very well. Yeah, I should have picked a more quieter helmet, that's for sure. But anyway, thank you so much for joining in as I am currently popping my visor to get a little air and scratch my nose because, you know, that's what happens once you start talking. I am currently on my way to do a two-way turn and burn to return a hitch receiver to one Joshua Elliott up towards Warner Robins, Georgia. And then I'm gonna, as soon as I drop that off, I'm gonna let my phone charge for just a few minutes while I stretch my legs and talk to Josh. And then I'm gonna boogie woogie all the way back down to the Suwannee River back towards Mayo, Florida, where my wife will be waiting for me. Oh, I wish I'd had a little bit longer nap, but I'll be okay. I've got plenty of drinks, I've got plenty of energy, I've got the momentum in my soul to keep me going. Now, as I was talking about the volume in this helmet and how much noise it creates or allows to hit my ear, it reminded me of one of my 5 minutes a year time topics. And that is, alright, well, I don't know how to put this politely without offending people, because every time I bring it up, someone always looks at me cross-eyed, sideways, and like I done spoke about their mother in the most god-awful way. And that is the three musicians that I am not a fan of. I do not like their music. I will turn their music off as soon as I hear it come on the radio, or if anyone's playing it, I will request that they change the song, because these three musicians are not in my wheelhouse. I do not like listening to them, not one bit. And those three are Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Jimi Hendrix. Now, hey, wait, before you at me, folks, before you at me, I'm not taking away their musical contribution to society, be that what it may. I am saying, to me, their music is not entertaining. I don't find any joy in listening to their songs. Any of the songs that are produced and played by The Doors, I don't like them. Janis Joplin, I don't know any of her songs to tell you how much distaste there is in her music. I can't even name any of them. But the one that gets most folks up in a tizzy, and that's Jimi Hendrix. And I had to explain it like this. When my friend was introduced to Jimi Hendrix in high school by by our history teacher, because they ended up teaching everybody history at some point or another, and that was Wayne Gassaway. Now, he kind of introduced Jimi Hendrix to a couple of my friends, and they enjoyed it. But I also don't think they have much taste in music because it's Jimi Hendrix. When he sat me down in his Ford Thunderbird and said, "You've got to listen to this song," and we sat in his Thunderbird and he turned on Jimi Hendrix and he was playing his version of the national anthem. I don't know how far into that shitty song I made it before I got out of his car and said, I can't listen to that crap anymore. Because to me, that version of the national anthem was 200% disrespectful. It did not sound anything like the national anthem should. It didn't sound like a tune that you could sing the national anthem along to. Unlike where, let's say, Disturbed does a couple covers, well, a lot of covers, right? You can at least sing the song they're covering to the way they're playing the song. You cannot sing the national anthem to Jimi Hendrix version of it. You can't. And I dare to say that the only reason Jimi Hendrix sounded good because they were just as fucking burned out as he was. Pardon my language, but that's the way I feel about Jimi Hendrix and his contribution to music. Yeah, he could play a guitar Could he play music? No, because he didn't know how to read it. He'd get on stage 4 times burned out as the Grateful Dead and get out there and start playing. And of course, everyone in the audience at Woodstock was just as burned out as he was. So there's no way they had any true understanding of what music should sound like. There was no real rhythm to it. Now, yes, he did have a couple of good songs that had good rhythm. They could carry a good beat and you could sing along to it. It had musical qualities, but they are few and far in between. The rest of them were they're just coke fueled music, I guess. And I guess that has its own genre of folks that enjoy it. I mean, I'm not one of those kind of guys that likes to get burned up on coke, burn half a tree down with the marijuana, and pop some hallucinogens and crank back and listen to some music. If I'm doing all of that, I'm gonna play a band like the Grateful Dead, like my buddy Sick Bastard would play, because those songs actually sound a little bit better than Jimi Hendrix. Now, I know that comment is gonna piss a lot of people off. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, because these are my opinions. These are, oh, buddy. That's just how I feel about Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison. Shitty music made by shitty people for shittier people to listen to. Now, let that comment go and sit and marinate in your head for a minute, right? I guess I deserve to cough on that one. But it is what it is, guys. I said what I said, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I may apologize for how I said it, but it is what it is, y'all. If you don't like my opinion on it, well, guess what? It's just my opinion. I've got plenty more. Plenty more. And you probably may or may not like any of those as well. But what you may like, what you may appreciate, is my love for happiness and my love and enjoyment for... What are you two turkeys doing? No, dog, we ain't playing this game. Y'all want to measure dicks, measure them out from around me. Both cars want to go just a little bit faster than me. Both of them on the left side and one on the right side. Coming up on me in a scissor action where I'm going to have to make a move. Ah, god dang it, I'll make a move for you, alright? But y'all figure out what the hell is going on after that. Now, as I was saying, David and Cindy down at the Tampa, Florida Forgotten Angels. Y'all know who they are. I talk about them almost every video. Why almost every video? Well, because my shorts, I don't really talk about them. I do comment them, I do tag them, but that's about it I can do in the shorts. Now, what David and Cindy do is they take the young men and women who've been aged up and out of the foster care system. By what I mean by up and out of the foster care system, at the age 18, you are no longer a child. You are officially an adult in the eyes of Florida. So you are kicked out of the foster care system and thrown out to the wolves, thrown out to your own devices to figure your life out, to see how you're supposed to do things. And most people, most of the young men and women who are aged out of the foster care system that way, don't find success. What they do is they fall into a cycle of drug abuse, alcoholism, sexual abuse, and the cycle continues. It just repeats itself. David and Cindy take these young men and women, they bring them in, and they give them a shot at finding happiness, a shot at finding success, not by showing them a cookie cutter template that if you want to be happy, this is what you have to do. No, what they say is if you want to be happy, you have to go out on your own. You have to fight for it. You have to look for it. You have to make the moves. You can't stand still and wait for someone to bring happiness to you. Happiness is a road you have to travel. You have got to pick up your feet. You've got to raise up out of the mud and out of the muck and keep moving forward. Keep marching up. If you don't, you're just going to slip and stay in the mud, and you're never going to find your happiness. David and Cindy offer that help. They offer that community where if you do slip and fall, they're there to help pick you back up, to catch you and help you get your feet back under you again, like a true mother and father should do for their children. But they do it for all the young men and women who have come through their program and work the program. And helping people find their way to happiness, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of stress. So reach out to David and Cindy, see what you can do for them. I guarantee you right now there's a raffle bike being ran through the system where you can buy a ticket, you can buy 20 tickets, you can buy as many tickets as you want. The bikes are always changing. They're always getting new bikes to donate or from donations to raffle off. And all of the money that is gathered through these raffles goes directly to Forgotten Angels. No one takes their cut. Shade Tree Surgeon, when he's running a raffle, he gets none of that. Not a dime, not a nickel, not a penny of those raffle proceeds go to him. They don't go to Shay Lisa. They don't go to anyone in the Shade Tree Army. It goes directly to David and Cindy at Forgotten Angels. So take a few moments of your time. Reach out to them. See what raffle bike you can jump in on. And that being said, folks, get out. Do like I said. Move your feet. March down that road. Walk towards your path of happiness. Yes, you're going to slip. Yes, you're going to fall. But you can keep moving if you choose to. Go out and find your adventure, folks. And that being said, y'all take care. I'm going to let y'all go.